To call Cristiano Ronaldo merely a footballer is to call the ocean just water, technically true, but tragically small. Ronaldo isn't just an athlete. He's a living phenomenon, a force of will wrapped in muscle and fire, a mirror in which humanity sees the power of perseverance. His story doesn't belong only to football. It belongs to every dreamer who has ever been told, "You can't." His journey began far from glamour on a small island in Madeira, Portugal, where the streets were narrow and the dreams even narrower. A boy, skinny and hungry, chased a football as if it were the last hope left in the world. He didn't have the best boots or the best meals or even a steady childhood. What he had was drive, a raw, relentless obsession to become something greater than his circumstances. When other kids played for fun, Ronaldo played for survival. When others slept, he trained. When others doubted, he decided. That mindset never left him. It became the foundation of everything that followed: the 5 a.m. workouts, the hours of extra training, the self-imposed discipline that would make him one of the greatest athletes of all time. Long before the lights of Old Trafford or the roars of the Bernabeu, there was just a boy and his refusal to quit. At 12, he left his family and home to pursue football in Lisbon alone, crying at night, mocked for his accent, laughed at for his dreams. But pain has a strange way of shaping greatness. For Cristiano, every insult was motivation, every tear was fuel. That's what separates him, not just his skill, but the fire that forged it. When he burst onto the world stage at Manchester United, he wasn't content to be talented, he wanted to be perfect. Sir Alex Ferguson saw it. The rare blend of arrogance and humility, of showmanship and seriousness. Ronaldo trained longer than anyone, obsessed over every sprint, every touch, every goal. He didn't want to be good, he wanted to be untouchable. And that's where his story goes beyond football, because what Ronaldo represents is something deeper: the pursuit of excellence without compromise. He is proof that greatness isn't born. It's built inch by inch, hour by hour, through sacrifice most people will never understand. He turned his body into a masterpiece, his mind into a weapon. Every part of him was designed to dominate, not just in sport, but in spirit. When he moved to Real Madrid in 2009, he didn't just join a club, he joined a legacy. The pressure was crushing. 94 million euros, the most expensive signing in football history at the time. Millions waited for him to fail. He didn't. He exploded. He scored 450 goals in 438 games, numbers that sound fictional, yet they're real. He turned every stadium into his stage, every match into a statement. But even as the goals piled up, what truly defined Ronaldo wasn't his scoring, it was his mindset. When he lost, he trained harder. When he won, he trained harder still. Every trophy was just another reminder that there was more to chase. He wasn't just playing against opponents, he was playing against time, against human limitation. And then came the rivalry: Lionel Messi, the eternal counterpart, the other side of football's greatest coin. The world divided itself between them, debating who was superior. But in truth, their rivalry did something beautiful. It pushed Ronaldo beyond even his own limits. While Messi was magic, Ronaldo was mastery. He didn't rely on divine talent, he built his greatness brick by brick, through discipline so intense it became legend. Off the pitch, Ronaldo evolved into something bigger: a brand, a symbol, a movement. He understood the power of image, of influence. He became the face of ambition, the ambassador of hard work. CR7 wasn't just a logo, it was a philosophy. Believe in yourself, outwork everyone, and never settle. Yet for all the wealth, fame, and global adoration, there's something profoundly human about Cristiano. He remembers where he came from. The boy who couldn't afford lunch now feeds thousands of children. The son who watched his mother struggle now donates millions to hospitals and charities, often in silence. The man who lost his father too early turned that pain into purpose, becoming the most devoted father himself. Ronaldo's story is not about perfection, it's about evolution. He's made mistakes, faced criticism, and endured the kind of scrutiny that would crush most people. But every time life tried to knock him down, he stood taller. From heartbreak at Euro 2004 to glory at Euro 2016, from tears in finals to triumphs that silenced nations, he never stopped believing. At 38, when most players have long retired, Ronaldo still trains like he's 25, still sprinting, still scoring, still proving. Because for him, football isn't a career, it's a calling. Every goal is another heartbeat in his pursuit of immortality. Even as he moved to Al-Nassr in Saudi Arabia, many thought it was the end. But Ronaldo turned it into another beginning, a new chapter, a new frontier, taking the game to places it had never reached before. That's what leaders do. They don't follow trends, they create them. To understand why Cristiano Ronaldo is more than a footballer, you have to see what he represents. He is a symbol of self-made greatness. He wasn't handed anything. He earned it all through sweat, sacrifice, and supreme self-belief. He is proof that with enough discipline, you can outwork destiny itself. He's more than goals and trophies. He's the embodiment of an idea that you can come from nothing and still conquer everything. He turned poverty into purpose, criticism into courage, and pressure into performance. Watch him step onto a pitch. It's not just an athlete walking out. It's a story walking, a legacy breathing, a reminder to millions that impossible is just another challenge. His celebrations, arms out, chest wide, roar unleashed, are not arrogance. They're affirmation. They're declarations of survival, of triumph over every doubt that ever tried to bury him. Cristiano Ronaldo is more than a footballer because his impact extends beyond 90 minutes. He's an inspiration for athletes, entrepreneurs, dreamers, and anyone who's ever faced the weight of expectation. He's living proof that greatness is not about talent, it's about choice. The choice to show up every day, the choice to never be satisfied, the choice to believe when nobody else does. He taught the world that success isn't luck, it's obsession. That records aren't broken by wishing they're broken by waking up earlier, working longer, and caring more. So yes, he's a footballer, one of the greatest to ever play the game. But he's also a mindset, a movement, a metaphor for human potential. Cristiano Ronaldo is what happens when preparation meets passion, when hunger outlasts doubt, when willpower becomes art. And maybe that's why, decades from now, when the goals have faded and the boots are hung for good, his story will still echo. Because Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just play football. He changed how we define greatness. He showed us that you don't need to be born extraordinary, you just have to refuse to be ordinary. He is not just a footballer. He is proof that the human spirit, when driven by purpose and belief, can become unstoppable.